Hello everyone, it's Todd Screama talking about Chapter 4 of Black Belt Branch Manager Coaching about creating a management team. So when you look at, there's a basic flaw in our industry. You have a producing branch manager that wants to grow the branch, however personal production is where most of their income comes from until they get to a certain size as a branch manager, maybe 40, 50 loans or something like that, and then they start to even out, and then eventually a branch manager can make significantly more money running a large branch than personal production. Or equal. And so that's the constant strife. So here's how we solve that in Summit Funding is once a branch, all this starts around 30 closings a month. We start thinking this way. And a loan, they get stuck at 30 loans if we don't have two positions that we're either working towards or are formally hired. And that is a branch operations manager and a sales manager. So when you think about it, no position I think is easy to hire to. Those positions, who you hire, how they're trained, how they perform their job functions, all that's super important. I think where the disconnect is with branch managers oftentimes is they feel that they can just do it all, or if they just work a couple more hours. And we've got to make this segment from being a salesperson to more of a director. When you're a great branch manager, you're more like an orchestrator, like an orchestra guy, instead of the tuba player. And if you think of that metaphor, when I point to you, you play your tuba part. When I point to the clarinet, they play their clarinet part. That's more of what you're doing with your management team. Now you have a triangled management team where you have the ultimate leader is the branch manager, then you got an operations manager that oversees all of processing, and then there's a sales manager that does recruiting and oversight with the loan officers. I think also because of the industry changes since the meltdown, this structure works extremely well. There's branches where we've started now, we're literally, the branches close in 20, 30 loans, and we put a sales manager in place and an ops manager in place, and they go to 70, 80, 100 loans. And that is magical. And I think oftentimes it's confusing to the branch manager. They're like, Todd, I don't understand it. I'm not really working anymore. I have these management meetings and the management structure and management by objective that we're taught in Black Belt, and they're just doing the work. Well, if you think about it logically, guys, if the branch manager was spending, say, half their time, 20 hours a week on the branch, which is probably not the case for most branch managers, and you added another 40 hours a week here and another 40 hours a week here, now you've got 2.5 people full-time recruiting, managing, making sure we hit close of escrow dates, making sure people are trained. And so it's no secret while that branch is going to go from 30 closings or 40 closings to 80 or 100 or 200. And guys, that transition, when we talk about building a management team, I believe most of it doesn't happen because A, we're control freaks, B, we don't understand how to grow and build a business. But if you just follow Black Belt and you follow your instructors and you follow what's in the book, I guarantee you, there's any single person listening to this can build a branch that does 100+ units a month someday. Now it may take 3 or 4 or 5 years or 2 years or something like that, but you will get there. And the last thing I'll leave you with is, why wouldn't I want to do that? If I'm going to work the same amount of hours, why wouldn't I want to grow the business? And I can't think of a location where that couldn't happen. There are exceptions to this where maybe someone's in a town of 15,000 people. They're not going to grow a 50 or 100 unit branch. But most branches can do this. It's a matter of changing our mindset and then starting to understand the details of what those two positions do. Okay? Thank you guys very much for listening.